Hey guys, it's Shirogane again, and I will be demonstrating Gyro Zeppeli. And to get right started with Gyro is that I wouldn't say he's broken, but he's borderline broken character because his skills do a lot of damage when his rotation gauge is pretty high. And to simplify that is that Gyro is actually dependent of his source, like Johnny, just due to the fact that he needs his rotation gauge as high as possible, because the lower the gauge, the slower and weaker his steel bores are. So right off the bat, you start off on your horse all the time, and his R1 skill is to generate rotation energy. On your horse, you'll be able to fill up the gauge 10 times faster because due to the golden rectangle energy thing. And what's pretty broken about him is that right off the bat, his circle skill, what this does is that any range attack will phase through him and he cannot be locked on by enemies. I know, it's that crazy. Enemies can't lock onto him, and yeah. And as you can see, my rotation gauge is actually went down pretty fast. That's another thing they fixed. But if you're not on your horse, the rotation is very hard to generate. It takes very slow time to do it. And his square skill is to just simply throw steel balls in your opponent's face. So the higher the gauge, the more faster and stronger it is. And the lower the gauge, doesn't go that far, but it's generally weaker. And his triangle skill is this. If you hold it, it does track. And his L2 skill is the only skill that's different because it sets a rotating ball there. And if you use your square skill with it, it does insane damage and it automatically guard breaks an opponent. And his R2 skill is just another variation of his triangle skill, but it's stronger and faster. Basically, the R2 skill automatically has high gauge energy in it, so it's automatically stronger. Oh wow, ice cream! And his X skill is just to simply call his horse back. And you will be wanting to do this immediately as soon as the cooldown returns because you need as much energy as you can. And he can actually do drive-bys with the steel balls and just simply run. Yeah, he's that damn powerful. So, triangle to do that. It does launch and you can combo into it, so yeah, that was like about 50% health damage. And the higher the gauge, the more damage done. So, since this is on very easy, if Dio was to throw his knives at me, it would just phase completely through me. Yeah, the world is a joke. Yeah, he didn't throw them at me because he's an idiot. But, Gyro had the 3-hit combo. And it's a knockback. Oh wow. So yeah, wow, you came super late, Diego. I'm disappointed in you. He can combo into it, but it's just be careful not to hold it too long because they can phase through enemies. And since see how low that was, like slow it was, see that's pretty bad because it doesn't have that much energy into it. But the R2 skill is automatically high energy, and it can be comboed into anything. And Gyro can throw steel balls in the air as well. His unblockable skill is pretty lame. Like it does unblock, it does stun, but it's super slow and it has short range. Just like in All-Star Battle, all of his combos were really short ranged. So combo into it. Like these skills are strong, don't get me wrong, but they just need a lot of improvising. So again, always stay on your horse as much as possible. And try to gain as much rotation energy as possible as well. Yeah, you can combo into it like this. I'm gonna try my hard not to fail at it. Yeah, see, you can throw the balls right back. And that does a shit ton of damage. So yeah, that's basically it for Gyro. It's like he's not really that hard to get used to at all. Like he's really simple character. Oh shit. Yeah, he's really simple. See, if he throws them, they do drop when they have low energy into them, and they're not supposed to be doing that. So again, just remember to keep that gauge as high as possible. And he is a saboteur. He can throw these one-handed. What the hell? That's impossible, but whatever. Yeah, he's a saboteur by heart, so he can just disables everything. So anyone that comes in contact with this will just blow away. So yeah, that's really it for Gyro. And in Final Stand, in Dual Rush he does spam. So that's that. I really don't need to show that because it's pretty self-explanatory. But you can just necessarily to start a dual heat attack, you just do the stun and go right into it. So yeah, he's that easy. Very easy character. So I'll say he's like normal tier, but that skill does make him broken. His circle skill. And the L2 skill as well. So I'm just going to restart it because I don't want to go through the victory screen and the loading time. So again, see, circle right off the bat, no one will be able to lock onto you. They can still hit you physically, but they cannot throw objects at you, for they will just simply pass by. So again, I have no, oh yeah, I don't have the cooldown for it. I was just spamming R2. As you can see, that did a lot of damage. So yeah, he's just one of those characters that are heavy hitters. Yeah, see, that's all he's about, really. Yeah, see, that's just some crazy. Plus, I have the power boost from the item, so that's kind of cheating. So yeah, yeah. See, like he's just that much of a boss. I do need the horse to demonstrate the power of the L2 skill. So let's go into the horse, onto the horse. Go full triangle rectangle thing. And this actually is pretty easy. You can actually use L2 to go into combos as well. Like it does, like it stuns them if it hits them directly. So see, yeah, see, that's another thing. He's just that easy. He's one of the characters that you choose if you're new to the game, but once you master him, he's like top shit. So that's Gyro Zeppeli, everybody. And again, this does go as far as it goes if you hold the button, but for a reason it just glitched right there. So just remember to always keep your hormone gauge high, even though it's just a little bit. So jump into someone, hit them in the back, stun. Yeah, and the rest will follow. So yeah, he's pretty high tier. I'll say he's high tier, but the circle skill just makes him broken for that time. So yeah, if this was very hard, Diego would just spam his Magnum, and yeah, that would just phase through him completely. So again, this is Gyro Zeppeli, and yeah.